what I said and how I say it in general over time. And I feel more comfortable, of course. I've always felt comfortable. Oh, God damn. So many cuts. I've always felt comfortable, but maybe about a week ago, I felt I heard myself say some stuff that was going to be very nice to. I heard like an old me pop out that I have never put onto the show, and it's not something that you could just pull out and do. It's a personal. It's not a rare thing that you do as a person, but oftentimes you find yourself amplified in just the right way, and you're like kind of happy with what you just said, or some style of you that emerged, and when you see it, you know that you've seen it before, and it takes just the right sorry, I have hash browns in my teeth because somebody left the fridge unlocked, and I saw the dangling chain, and I walked over to the fridge and I said, "Oh, he left the freezer unlocked. I have to eat something." So I went in and ate 2 hash browns, and it's kind of smoky in here because I cooked them. And when I cooked them, I burned them a little bit because I was getting ready for the show, but I wanted to eat them anyways. And then I put sugar on them and garlic and ate them. They were yummy. Oh, hash browns! Oh my god, goddamn hash browns. So, yeah, you kind of like I saw something that the show will get to, and it's just nice. It was like it takes more than Thomas and I to do it, but you could see parts of you that are going to be better than where you are now. So it's kind of cool. Or whatever. Like that stupid self-reflection shit. You know, it's like doing the show is like writing music. It's not as good as writing music. I remember writing music, and I probably wrote for about, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months. And lyrics. I wrote music too, but mostly lyrics. And I'm sure as fuck they suck, you know. But some of them are good. I mean, nah. I don't know. I have to go reread them. I have them all saved. I should do that. I should pull them out. But when the show's kind of like that, but when you have to think about yourself, this show isn't necessarily, even though it sounds like a big freight train of narcissism rolling by. I don't try to think about me. I think about how the world is chugging along and how I can throw myself at it as it moves forward. That's kind of the way I look at the show. But with lyrics, sorry, I got something in my tooth, and I know I have the nastiest face when I dig for shit in my tooth. And so with lyrics, though, you're doing it by yourself, and you're thinking about, you know, yourself and life and what you want to talk about. There's nothing in between, so it's pretty much the freest aspect of communication. And it's and you could tell why people get addicted to writing, because it's a dumping ground, and you can get a little bit introverted with it, because that dumping ground you can really just dump the entire, you know, notebook of one's brain onto the pad, and you kind of are done with. What the fuck is that? You're kind of done with. You're not done with life, but you're kind of done when you've written it down, like, because you think about it. What was that? I don't want to. Okay. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about your life, and when you write it, that means if you have any depth or any type of sensibility, whatever, it doesn't matter if you have it, whatever type of sensibility you have, you've gone through it. Whether your sensibility and depth is 5 minutes and immediate and reactionary, or contemplative over a day or a week or whatever. And so you get to put it down. And it's funny because when you put it down, you are kind of transferring it from your head. That's my beats. You're transferring it from your head into you're transferring it out of your head and onto paper. You're kind of like storing it. And that kind of gets it off your back. And also because you've worked it through a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's my iTunes playing some shit. I was playing some good music. I was going to wait for Thomas, but he pulled up, and then right when he pulled up, my computer said, it's 8 o'clock. And I was already ready to go live, so I said, fuck it, beep, go live at 8. But it takes him a long time to get in and do his thing. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting when you write. And so I suggest, I recommend it. I recommend, any type of writing that has a purpose, not just some stupid ass journal. You to make it journal's one thing, okay? But to actually to write with a purpose gives you a little bit more pressure to write specifically for something. Therefore, you're not just, you can't lackadaisically or systematically choose what to write about to lazify your style. You really put a little bit of effort into it to get it out when you put a purpose behind it. And the purpose has to be good. The purpose has to typically be, I would say, something expressive. And when I say expressive, it has to be something that other people are going to see. That, I think, okay, that's a good way of looking at it. The way of looking at it, perhaps, would be not the expression of oneself, but the exposure of oneself. I think that's a good approach to take if you were to choose to write. And that could be just Facebook, but that's it's your friends seeing it, or if your friends aren't all on Instagram, put it on Instagram, so I think that there's a lot behind that. There's a lot behind that. I think it's a part of social media that people aren't taking advantage of often. The expression is very shallow and simple. Here's me with my friends holding a beer. Yeah, what's that? 20 years of that, But then I see depth. I see people pop up with depth. It's kind of cool. And then you see people grow up. That's kind of cool too. But, you got to kind of honor everybody's position and how they roll to a certain degree, If you and honor's a weird word. I mean, I'm gonna. It's maybe not. Maybe, and you can't respect a person's opinion because respect isn't an automatic. It isn't something that comes with the territory. It's not something that you get willy-nilly without doing anything. If you just walk into my face as a stranger, or say I don't know you and I walk into your life, respect shouldn't be something I deserve. It should be something that, to not sound so trite, you earn. But I think a lot of people expect that people should be respected, and I think that it's a misuse of terminology. I think you don't want to. What do we do with strangers? We don't tolerate them. We don't respect them. We're polite. We're polite to them, I guess. Maybe there are two levels of respect. Maybe there's another word for respect that's a little less meaningful. That could be politics or polite. So, so that's like, but it's not honor, not honoring somebody. You're not respecting them to the degree of honoring, or you're not trying to protect your honor. And that's kind of an interesting way of looking at it. So I tried to, what I should have done is I should have taken a picture of my notes. They're out there in my studio, or my office. This is the studio. I write them I wrote them, I didn't get to show you guys. When Thomas and I were writing the notes for the Gay Pride Parade, or we were brainstorming on the floor, whoever saw that episode, I had a toilet seat that I put on the ground so he can write on it, which was just an inside joke between he and I, and or me and him, or me and me, or him and me. What would I say? It's an inside joke between me and him? I mean, I put a toilet seat down for Thomas to write on. Oh, that's just an inside joke between me and him? It sounds so backwoods. I mean, I can't see that being right. Me and him? Him and me? I put a toilet seat down for Thomas to ride on, but it's an inside joke between him and me? I just don't know why the literary world chose. I mean, I know the preposition. Go back and forth. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Who cares? Good for you. So I wrote this treadmill. I mean, not treadmill. A elliptical that I put. He just walked in. Hey, you look. That looks like my shirt. I got a shirt just like that. Mm-hmm. It's like 3/4 sleeve. Yours is full sleeve.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's 3/4.
Elwood.
That's Elwood. I saw you pull up, and right when you pulled up, I was just walking from one room to another, and then my computer said it's 8:00, and I said fuck it. I was live ready. Boom! I just hit it because of the time.
Right.
Can you go and turn off my stereo? All you do is hit mute on my computer, and then there's a white piece of paper sitting right there, folded up. It's my notes. Can you bring it in?
Okay.
It's right there near the computer. I was going to type it in, but I forgot.
Okay.
Did you get my email? I mean, my text?
Oh,
okay.
my phone's been...
Not a phone?
Yeah, I got to do something about it soon.
Yeah, because I can hear the iTunes through this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I hope everybody's having a nice night. I like that song. And maybe I should have background music in here playing. F them. I wonder if I could do that. Just like really soft. It is nice to not hear crap in the background. I mean, not crap, but you know. Oh, man. Well, I'll respect that. Yeah, I cut the toilet seat, and I put it on my elliptical to cover the screen because honestly, I when I get on that thing, I do like 30 minutes. I get on that thing, and thanks, dude. And I get on it, and it's you need to have a writing surface. I mean, I need to be able to write on it. I'm on it for 30 minutes. So I do my notes. I get back. I do my notes. I write. I stand on that thing for 30 minutes. It's cool. and I write stuff on there, and I should type it in. I have to figure out a different way.
And so a sec.
Huh?
I'll turn it off in a second.
Well, oh, yeah. You got his backpack. What are you pulling out?
Necessity.
Vagaries. What are you pulling out? I mean, tell people what you're pulling out that you can't tell them. I want to know. I can't see.
Pulled out Mary Jane.
Oh, he's gonna smoke bud. And you really do like that hat.
Yeah.
That's cool. It does look good. That's interesting.
I should stop wearing hats.
Is your beard growing?
Uh-huh.
Is your beard growing?
Yeah.
Are you letting it grow?
I'm too lazy to shave.
Oh, okay. How long has it been since you fully clean shaved? Because you always like trim it, but you never clean shave.
Too long ago, but
You've clean shaved? All the way?
I haven't clean shaved since the show.
Huh? Oh, since we started the show? Oh, okay.
I haven't. Right?
Yeah, you haven't. No, I've never seen you clean shaved. I can't remember when I've seen you clean shaved. Hey.
Feels like it wasn't too long ago, but it must have been a while ago.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Hmm.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Hmm.
How was your day?
What?
Yeah, I wanted to get a hold of you today because I wanted to see about.
Just get on the headphones and stuff. I can't hear you. You're breaking in and out.
All right.
Just do your thing. Take your time.
The damn things are so good, I had to get another bag.
Those are good.
Huh?
He gave me these. He gave me these Cheetos that he then said that they were healthy, good for me, and better than the regular Cheetos. And these things are the same fucking thing.
Have you ever had Bugles?
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good. They're okay. The other ones are better. He was tricked by a bag. The bag tricked him. What are you doing? He's digging through his backpack, pulling out. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, I don't know. You scare me. Oh, Jesus Christ! What's up with this girl? Cousin Sonore. Kusan Sonore. I have a Kusan Sonore. That's funny. Where'd you get it? Buck store?
The Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. All right.
The whoopee cushion, also known better as the poo-poo cushion. You seen it called poo-poo cushion?
No, I never heard that.
Get it? Their iron lung.
Okay, let's see.
I bet all that shit loud as hell.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Better be good. 55 years of perfection.
Is that what it said?
No, but you know it's been out for that long. I mean, we've seen it forever. Yeah, I mean, we've been alive for fucking 55 goddamn years. So, that shit better be good. Oh, fucking sack, dude. Bar. Thank you. That was fun. I appreciate that.
30 seconds worth.
Yeah, no. Hey, you know what? That's what we operate on. We operate on the minute by minute basis. Things that seem very quick to us last in the world out there for a lifetime. People will repeat that on a loop of the brain of their digital domain. What you up to? So where'd you come from? What'd you do? Come from the house?
Yeah.
How was your day?
It's alright.
You watch any justice porn? When people get back at people and they deserve it, the people they got back on. Oh man, justice porn. Oh my god, bad news.
Is that kind of like cheaters porn?
Yeah. It's like I was like thinking about like retribution and shit like that, and like how things are respected out there in the world and like honor in general, you know. And it kind of was like I was thinking about it, and it reminded me of how. You ever heard of what's it called? I forgot the goddamn word. What is it called? Been a while since I used it. Honor. Not honor justice, but honor. Anyway, it's when you don't have a police state, and it's kind of. I heard something that was interesting. That. And it speaks. One of the reasons why I have this outfit on is because it speaks of. There's a like. I wrote some notes down and I said, okay, let me dress in the most extreme version of outfits. So you have the East, very honorable East, the East, you know, and then you have the West. I don't know where my West is, but the West. I don't have my West. So you have the East.
What's the West?
Well, I'm talking about the extremes of honor. So you have the East, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the East, right? Super East. But don't you think the East is honorable? Like, there's a lot of honor over there. Maybe Japan specifically. Do they have Chinese honor? Is there honor in China? Do you think of when you think of China? Do you think honorable, or do you only think Japanese?
No.
Because I got this from a Japanese girl. But I got this from a white man. but then I got this from an Iranian. So everything's all fucked up. We have full blown honor.
You got a mix right there.
Yeah, this is honor. This is the world of honor. So, does that look good?
Which Western culture's honor?
Western what?
What's the West?
Well, I don't know where the West is, but I couldn't find it, so I cut the hat.
Isn't it the cowboy hat?
What?
Isn't it the cowboy hat?
That's West. That's essence of West.
Yeah.
This is a mix. This is a severe mix. God damn it! I can't do this. That doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Sure.
No, it doesn't have to look like that. Okay, what about this? What if I fold that up? How about that? Does that work?
They both work. But yeah.
That's better?
It looks like it's trying to be like a baseball cap.
Oh, it is? It does? It do?
Like a bill.
Was the other one better or this way? I don't care that much. All right, so here's the West. East meets West. Because you have to be... Because it's like honor culture. Like when you think about it. When you don't have a police state, or when you don't have police in general, I love this thing. It's cute. It's like a little boy and a little girl on it chasing each other in the woods. Adorable. You develop an honor culture because there's nobody to take care of you. It's kind of the investigation of society, the honor culture. And the investigation of, or the learning about when people get together, what they have to do to live together in large quantities. You know, it's kind of like, and the reason I'm addressing you, I'm addressing you with this barrage of extremes visually, is because you are from the area where honor culture it came from, because there's a particular reason why the South has honor culture. And I did learn this one fact today, which kind of drove it all home, was because you guys came from Ireland, I think.
Yeah.
And in Ireland, sheep herding culture was large and in charge, and it came over. And when you have a sheep herding culture immigrate from their area to the New World, but they don't bring their sheep, they still, in their gene pool and in their society, have a particular style of life. And honor culture was one of them, because when you're a sheep herder in Ireland, you definitely don't have the cops. You have the only thing that you have on your side is how everybody else knows what you'll do when you're wronged. That's an honor culture. An honor culture is, what will that motherfucker do when I wrong him? What's he gonna do? And that is what creates, or what is demanded of honor culture, because if you don't have the cops to satisfy this or step in and take care of it all, which is why we have them and other things, you
serve.
Yeah, you have to do it yourself. And when you have to do it yourself, especially as a sheep herder from Ireland, covering so much land, you can't. There are no. First off, there's no cops back then. Secondly, it's a ton of land. You're automatically going to take care of the whole thing yourself. So then honor culture becomes important, because you have in your world, the only thing that's going to take care of you is what you do as a person when somebody else tries to get you. You know, and it's not like the world's trying to out and get these sheep herders, but there are, you know, you have a bunch of property. If you have a bunch of property, somebody might try to get it. That's just part of the world, you know. Especially back then, it was probably a little bit more prevalent that shady people were kind of a little bit more abundant. So, sheep herders come over with their large social construct of honor culture, and I don't know, they moved to the South. I don't know what the fuck. So then you have everybody in the South with this, and then you come to the South as I don't know if this is exactly true, but this came from some mouths that I respect in a few different ways, not just one person saying it. And over time too, by the way, this is my personal evaluation of an overtime subject. I'm not just pulling this off of one stupid fucking paper. They get here, but they get here in a state of not 7-Eleven. They get here in a state of new territory, not quite as, a little more advanced than where they were, but not much. But you can't get the gene out of the pool so quick. You can't get the social out of the society so quick. And so this is what I don't know, and I think this is not assumed. This is what happened, but they're people. Those people tend to go towards the South for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, but they went in the South. Who cares? They went to the South, and the North didn't have that group. And so when you look at the North and the South, these are beautiful calming effects, by the way. When you look at the North and the South, this is what fucking facts do to you. Not this. It's just so rad. When they moved, when everybody got kind of settled and did their thing, or I don't know what the fuck, everybody got their thing and they did their shit, and the people ended up somewhere. And then, but you have generalities of large swaths of individuals, and that honor culture had reasons to be down there, not just because of where they came from, but from what they were doing. Their land masses were different. A lot of it's geographical. A lot of things in the social in that are prevalent in how we react, or based on locale. Like you act a certain way, and evolution's fast, man. Evolution is like so quick. Within 2 or 3 generations, you can have an installed attitude quickly of what had sex and propagated and gave babies. You can have a pretty quick, within 2 or 3 generations, you can have a different group of people that are leading the way. And so just because people are from the South and they have an honor culture does not mean that the South in general, from my hat to your bayou, has it for a particular reason that they decided on. It's something that, just like we all have something, have a way of thinking that is that comes from the. If you don't have any knowledge, it comes from the unknown. But once you think about it, you actually learn about it, and it becomes less important. And it also is easier to change if it's a problem. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's see. So did you notice honor culture? Do you know about honor culture? If you wrong me, I'm not going to let you wrong me, because my reputation will be damaged. I don't care in the North. We don't care about reputation because we have the law. We don't need to. I don't in the North. I don't know why I'm from the North. I'm more from the South. I'm from Southern California. I'm actually from Iran, so I'm like real South. I'm like below South. And so
crotch dweller.
Yeah. So we're so honor culture. That's why we are probably jerks or something. I don't know. I didn't think about that. So, like, do you think that
That's Catholicism.
Do you think that we do you notice that? Do you see that? Do you see honor culture in the South?
Yeah.
Don't wrong me. Don't if you're doing something in front of everybody else, do you see people having a problem with that? More so here?
Say that again.
If you do me wrong in front of people, I'll get madder because everybody will see it. Do you think that's an issue? Do you remember that? Honor culture is don't do me wrong in front of people, because that's everything to me.
See where you're getting it, or where it's coming from.
Do you think that's something that is valued still? Because it's being discussed right now. Everybody, you know what's up for grabs? Very, very strange things like honor and pride and things that us extreme liberals have written off. You know what we're doing right now? We're picking up the pieces that we're actually digging through the trash right now of the brain. Mm-hmm. And we're looking at what was left behind by everybody. You know, we're looking at the important things or what seemed to be important in the past. We're going in and we're investigating what's with that pride thing, by the way. Sounds like trash to me. But there, you know what I've said in the past, I don't have a problem hating. You know, because it's an emotion, you know, exercise it. Don't let it don't stop it. I mean,
Anton LaVey.
You have to go. Is that what he said?
No, just that type of philosophy.
Oh, really? Like exercise everything?
Yeah, it's also Aleister Crowley.
No. Great.
Just do what thou will, you know.
I'm not I'm not too loose like that, but I wouldn't say do what thou will. I would maybe do the next step and say, if that happens to you, let it out, but watch it, like recognize it.
And that's where it gets scrambled, if you will. It creates gray.
Can you drop the mic?
It creates gray, you know.
Yeah, I drop it in like.
How about if I just straighten that C?
Okay, that'd be cool. Oh, nice. Oh shit. Yeah. God, I got five. Oh man, I got five.
What the hell?
I want fucking plans. My plans are stupid. Plans are stupid.
Is that nipple ring you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just fucking. I don't know. So it just. Yeah, it just. Yeah, you have to. I mean, yeah.
What's your mind thinking?
Well, I can't say. I think that recognizing all of that's killer, and playing and making sure it's in check is good. So yeah, that justice porn was like, the justice porn basically are bullies picking on non-bullies, and then non-bullies busting out black belt on their face, and everybody gets surprised. You know that whole like, oh, he kicked his ass. That whole thing. It's actually it's an instantaneous feel good video. And one of the doubts that was brought up was how good we feel when we see justice porn. You feel good, right? When that fucking skinny dork kicks that big square-jawed dickhead's face in. But that's good on a singular instance. But what you're doing is you're promoting what's not supposed to happen.
Right,
that kid's supposed to call the cops.
Oh.
But he's taking it in his own hands.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, just roll with me on that.
I am.
Okay. Yeah. I know. Well, everybody loves it, so you just instantly, no matter the moms, every mom, everybody loves it.
Keep going.
But it just doesn't really work. It's not what's supposed to happen. But you know, things can happen on different scales. You can have singular justice in particular ways, and it doesn't have to all follow the truth of policing. You know, because cops are there for a reason. I mean, you can't live in a world with this much complexity and not have systems in place to take care of the caca that's everywhere and everything. Imagine if we had to constantly monitor everything that happens to ourselves without Big Brother behind us making sure we're cool. Like, if you didn't have police, you would have a very different world.
Oh, fuck yeah.
If you didn't have rules or
A little bit of chaos.
yeah, it's a different system. You could do it, but you wouldn't have this complex society.
It'd be crazy with this population, because when it was actually that, obviously there was
Oh yeah.
people on the planet,
Oh God, no.
so it could exist. But
And even when we had, a society of the moment we started agriculture and coagulating into stay and put places, dude. The emergence of control and the deference to a government or to a third party decision maker becomes right up out of the unknown, and because you just can't do it all. Do I sound fuzzy when I talk? Am I sounding like no? When I talk, I don't sound fuzzy.
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So that is kind of a weird. It allows you to when you kind of get why we have, and it's going to be hard to talk to you about this, but when we have government, when we have that government,
I will keep it on the.
Let me say it again.
Sheeple side.
Government. When the government. Thank you.
It's a shame because the government shouldn't have to take that judgment or.
What's your level like when you talk? No, don't move forward. Go back to where you were. Be comfy. Go back.
What the hell?
What's your level?
Mine is at 11, 12, like 2 in the yellow.
Okay. I raised you up a little bit.
So, it's a shame that the government has to take the rap, but it unfortunately does.
Because
of the people, and that's where there's people are shitty, no matter who they are, what they are, where they're from, and whatever. There's good people and there's bad people. And it seems like, you know what? The government's like the priesthood.
Oh no! Don't do it. No, I'm cool. Anyway, so when I was talking to some people before about a resolution and that kind of stuff, I knew it wouldn't be. This is an impossible list for you to go through. This is not going to work.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
Go.
It ain't gonna work. No, it's all about. It's all about justice, honor.
I want to hear about justice.
Pride.
Texas Walker. Come on.
It's all about victims. It's all about property.
Rambo.
It's all about threatening. It's all about third-party fights. It's all about police.
Protect and serve.
It's all about retract and retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we're fucked.
The tragedy. It's the tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
The horror.
Talk about.
Talk about pop music.
Talk about pop music. Talk about.
Did you?
Doobie doobie doo wop.
Are you stoned?
No. Bop bop doo wop.
I know you're not.
Do I look stoned? Am I acting so all slow and stupid?
A little bit.
No.
So I want to hear this. Keep going. You've got me.
Hell no.
No.
No. It's gonna be too gnarly.
Why?
I can't. I'll talk about something else. Talk about
just like a bag tease.
Oh man. Okay. I'll talk about justice. What would you think?
Man.
What? No. Huh?
Everything's going. I needed to do yesterday.
What'd you do yesterday?
Nothing. A switch.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I like right now.
What?
Good God.
What? What's wrong?
Nothing. I like that fan.
I know you need it. I know it's your fan's off.
Actually, I'm fine.
I'm going to be working on that, so don't worry.
Did you know that every room is room temperature?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if room temperature matters. You're basically saying room temperature doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
I think room temperature, when you say that, is basically saying whatever you're in the room you're in, you're probably generally comfortable, so that's room temperature for you because you're in a room and you're still in the room and you're judging by that room because you're in it. So it's the same temperature that you're in right now.
Yeah, oh, of course.
It's not like you're in a room that you don't want to be in. So room temperature, to me, room temperature says that it's because room temperature isn't a negative word. It's a very neutral word. So because if you're in a room that's perfect, you don't even notice the temperature, and the room temperature of the water is not noticeable either.
The what?
Room temperature of the water, or whatever it is that you're touching. The room temperature. This is like room temperature. I'm touching. Oh, it's colder. No, this because it's metal, denser, colder. Chicks love room temperature water. There's another thing. Salt. Why? Gone. Don't like it. Room temperature water. Why? Can't drink cold water. Don't know why. Girls. Potion. Swear to God. They're witches, dude. All of them. They love crazy shit. Put a psychic in front of them. I bet you they all sit down. I swear to God. And you. All of them will sit down. You'll be like, what were we talking about? October 7th, 1968.
What?
You love psychic. Shut up.
No, I like to destroy their...
April 14th, 1792.
I like to debunk them.
I'm a Sag. Yeah. Debunk him. Man, you were looking at Don Elvis. Shut up.
No, I love to hear the drama of it all. But it doesn't mean you can't take that shit for...
Well, girls have that's a girl thing. I love picking on girls.
You can't say that you don't enjoy hearing it when it's about...
I like it. I like if
it's an entertaining thing, you know?
Yeah. For sure. But it's like, no, yeah, it's I guess it's entertaining. I mean, it's only,
well,
it's entertaining if it's like, go ahead.
No, just obviously there's a crowd for it because it's, television shows or, the psychic fucking shows and this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
And there are anomalies.
Of? What do you mean?
There's shit that can't be explained, and it's like...
See?
And this actually goes back full circle, because it's like black and white stops to exist, because the gray is created. Inevitably, it has to be.
You see? What? The black and white?
Well, going back to what we were talking about, and what started us.
Which one? What word? What
it
did
was
start
on that analogy of the gray area was created by... Oh, it was... all rooms are at room temperature.
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah.
So
it's a little loose. I'll try to tie that in together. Huh?
You look like a spaghetti western, but with, I don't know, the East.
Do I look good with a cowboy hat? Or is it like, do I look like Borat? You know what I mean?
I'll square you up and see.
Is this a Borat thing? Am I obviously clowning? Or does this face, like, if I showed... Okay, picture me on a horse in Wisconsin herding some animals.
Yes.
Do I look like a person that you would see on a horse in a hat? Like, or do you see me like I am obviously clowning this hat, and I'm not. I bought this hat.
No, I can see you wearing it.
Like I do. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Go.
This big Jew nose and this big Iranian face and this Cro-Magnon brow. I mean, please. I've got Middle Eastern pouring out of every pore in my body. Do I look like a goddamn cowboy, or do I look like a misplaced towel head? You know what I mean? What am I?
That's where you...
Do I look like...
Me, I wouldn't even think to see what you just said.
What would you see? Just me?
You and...
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to pull I'm trying to pull me out of you, and I'm trying to get racialist on it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I would never see that.
Would I look like I would be on a horse with this face? Is my face that ethnic?
Yeah, because you got this... I'm not saying that's where I'm not seeing it.
Am I ethnic? Am I ethnic?
I didn't think so until you told me.
Well, look at me now. Am I ethnic? Look at this. Is this ethnic? Because this hat, like when I wear it, it does something to my face and goes, "Oh shit, that's wrong." He doesn't. That looks like a joke.
That's,
you know what I mean?
That's in your head. That's trippy.
Well, I don't know if it's in my head. I don't care.
I
mean,
I'm
it's
just
like
telling you.
because I see people and like, huh?
I was just telling you.
Yeah, I see people that are like, "What the fuck? A Chinese dude in a cowboy hat?" No, you know what I mean?
You know what? And that's I don't know. Maybe that's. I don't.
The funny part.
I could see it faster with the Asian, and that's where.
Oh, the Asian. I'm wronger in Asian.
No, and that's where, for some reason, with Middle Eastern culture, I don't see it.
The cowboy hat being a go-to.
I don't see the
disparate,
the different.
It's not as
ethnicities, you know.
It's not as stark of a whoa.
I guess so, if you wanted to look at it that way. But I don't like right away. The Asian has a distinct characteristics that you've noticed. I guess I guess you could say the nose for Middle Eastern, but
the nose is the wrong part, right? There's no cowboy with a nose.
See, that's me coming from not knowing
what a nose means.
Not until I was older, you know. It wasn't in our faces much. I guess it
was on my face.
I bet. It's funny. It's like South Park's episode where they show the dudes that they're managing the television show that the South Park had, and it was Planet Earth is a game show that other galaxies and planets watch.
Oh, really?
Like they said,
That's
let's
cool.
put everybody together on one planet. Because
so there's a bunch of Iranians and a bunch of blacks and a bunch of whites on planets.
They tear
and they mixed us up.
They said it was a
That's
joke.
Good. Yeah, of course. That's what we think of it as.
And the dudes managing it,
what were they?
They were Jews. But with over-exaggerated, huge-ass noses.
Wrong.
The jewelry, the
jewelry.
like, you know.
I never think of jewelry when I think of Jews.
When you see it, the chains.
Opulence.
Yeah, and but this is the greatest episode ever because they
that's funny.
They go partying with them, the South Park kids, Cartman and his buddy's name. I can't think of it.
Whatever.
But yeah, they pull off a scene in this episode that's fucking amazing. They're with prostitutes, and because the Jew managers say, let's go out and party with the South Park kids, and they're doing lines of cocaine and stuff, and they're at a strip bar, I think, and then they show them fucking these chicks.
They show South Park kids fucking them, or the Jews fucking
the Jews, but it was done so cleverly because it wasn't done with a vagina between the legs. And
it was like some art.
It was like an appendage of a shoulder.
Oh,
penetrating
touching
touching somebody.
No,
penetrating another orifice that's created on another person, but it wasn't in the
But it was their
vaginal.
armpit.
Yeah.
No, I know. That's cool.
And it was like, oh my god,
that's cool.
amazing.
And they back up, and it's just like him bumping him.
It's
or something.
It's good.
That's rad.
It's funny, actually. Continue.
What were you pointing at?
Well, I was going to pull it up and show you, but I guess not.
Please. I know your screen don't work, but yeah, please. No,
I didn't know if you wanted to. That's what I was like.
Well, go for it. Give it to go. I know it's kind of far away. Can you see it from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
With my bad eyes.
I mean, if you could narrow it down. So, yeah, and they deal with that shit. South Park's rad like that. I don't like South Park. I would love South Park if they weren't so. They were so blatant at times. It wasn't clever enough at times. It was like, here we are disobeying this. What do you think about that?
You know what? And look at me. You cover shit when you like it a little bit.
What?
Me.
Yeah.
Because
you.
I have when you're doing that many episodes, you have to kind of let go of.
You're clever?
No, because I think they still.
No, they started that way. That was their thing. It was like, I'm the devil. I'm bad. You're God. I'm going to piss you off. Here I am pissing you off.
Right.
Okay. And here I am doing all the quintessential things, and I'm not buffering it or delivering it in a way that's tricking you on the. It's like they don't take us on a journey. They just go here.
Yeah, Yeah, that's the short fix of the.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, everything they said was right and good, and I liked them for that. I mean, they're geniuses, but their delivery was just not. It just didn't. It didn't make me go, "Oh, that's cool." It made me go, "I agree." Yeah, that's all it did. Is it made me agree. It didn't tickle my ball sack as much. But yeah, I still appreciate them.
Yeah. It's better than the average.
Oh, dude, it's necessary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, dude, they
address issues that are like way beyond.
And in like you said, in just constant repetition and in volumes. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like this show. We address and we power through it, you know? Yeah. And you don't really and it's kind of funny because you don't have time to craft. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And but yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that's the case because we don't have time to craft. Yeah. You know, I think about that too. I hope I have the capability to go back on subjects because in this early stage it's too early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What?
I just got a great shot of you on the delay.
On the what?
The delay.
Oh.
You know, John Delay. Okay, I guess you're right. You don't look like a cowboy.
Yeah. Really? How'd you find that out? How'd you check into my?
You know what? It's all the decor though, because you could put you in a Western.
No, but shirt. You have to really. There's something in your brain that goes, okay, let me Photoshop his face out and the hat in my brain, and then like really, you got to catch it sometimes. I mean, come on, dude, look at me. Can't be a cowboy, dude. You put you in this hat? Oh, here, put it on. Try it out. I'm not sweaty right now. Let me I didn't touch it, don't worry. Okay, so put that on. Dude, it's called automatic. It's called don't flatten it out. Don't do anything. Where's your horse? Get on. Switch.
Got him yeah. No.
Come on. Now, dude, who looks better in the goddamn hat? Where's my towel? Do I have a towel? I mean, let's totally.
What's crazy is that it's probably.
You're not from that part of the South, so it doesn't even work on you. This is not the South you're from.
I know, but I think
everybody does think that, though. What? I know the headphones suck on that. Put them over it. Just do it like fuck it. It works. See, it doesn't. You know what? You're right. You know what it looks like when you do that? It looks like that cool chick that tries to bend the hat all up and shit. Looks okay though. It's okay. Let me see. Can you move the mic down or something a little bit, or put it in your mouth?
You
better watch it. You're not going. No, you did. I mean, pull it. It should be ready to adjust. You don't got to do anything. I made that thing ready to go. All you got to do is drop it.
It can't drop any further.
Yeah.
This way, yes.
And you have to pull it back up, is what I'm saying. You drop it, and you pull the mic back up. No, the mic itself. No, the mic itself. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You could just adjust it towards your mouth. Yeah, dude, the hat looks good on you. You start to look like a goddamn cigarette carton. It does. It looks good on you. It doesn't look good on me. I have a face that is not. It doesn't work on that. Yeah, you look like an American man. You know, I don't look like an American man. Do I?
No.
That sucks. I don't look like an American man.
I said that for you.
Oh. Do I look like an American man?
Yeah.
Really?
Just an ugly one.
I'm an American man.
See, it's weird because I don't even. This is. What
I know. I don't see it either. I don't fucking.
I think because
shit.
of where
pulling shit out of my ass right
this
now.
This is environmental, which you will disagree with probably, but
no, because I said earlier environmental causes. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's because in the South, growing up, there weren't many Iranians, and so at that age of development,
when you met me, did you go?
No, and that's where I'm saying. Like under my breath, damn Jew. There, and I'm not going in, but I'm gonna skip a rock across it. There's some scary, and there's scary shit behind every culture. So,
but Iranians, I mean, we're the enemy, dude. We've been the enemy since I was born. Are you about to say that?
No,
you never bag on us.
Like I said, I think it's because
what's
of
wrong?
that.
Why are you so happy with Iranians?
Well,
don't we threaten you?
Indifferent.
Why? We're fucking looking at you. We took your people.
I mean, damn.
Why are you not worried about us? We own Beverly Hills. We're attorneys over here. We're coming in. We're like Jew too. You know what I mean? Iranians are powerful people, man.
Yeah.
We run shit sometimes. We're not that good. We're not as good. We aren't the chosen one. You know, we're not the chosen one. What?
No, nothing.
You know. Does that make you mad that Jewish people are the chosen one?
No, I don't get mad.
I thought that was. I think they should let go of that. That's their problem. They're running around with that flag. That ain't good. That can't be good. It can't be like we're the best. That can't be good.
They just have some creepy. What would you call it?
I'm just talking about like the religious stance. I mean, they can't be good.
Traditions.
Of course, we wrote the Bible. What are we gonna do now?
They wrote the Torah, right?
That's the Bible, though. That's the Bible.
Well,
Jesus was Jewish, right? They own like so much.
They don't own nothing.
I mean, that's got to be what everybody's mad about.
I don't know why.
And we killed because you know why? Because we owned him and then we killed him.
No, I think it's because what you guys do. That's where it goes back to. There's some creepy things that are traditional. And
well, I'm going to the core. I'm not going to the surface. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a long time ago. Why are you mad?
No,
what
they were doing it then. They were eating babies.
Huh?
They were eating the Gentiles.
No, a long time ago, before all that.
I don't know. They were hunting fucking.
Well, we were long
fire.
During Jesus' time. What did we do? What's so bad?
Ate babies.
No, not then. We didn't. That's new. We were a long time ago.
They were still doing.
We weren't doing anything back then.
They're doing it to this day.
But we're talking about back in 2,000 years ago when I was Jesus.
Well, they were doing.
I was Jesus the Jew.
Grossness.
Jesus the Jew. Oh, I'm not going to go here.
Yeah, let's not. Skipping that rock.
I'm going to convert for sure, though. Yeah. I have to be Jewish, dude. There is so much loveliness in that. Because I have to technically be Jewish. It's not because of the show. It's not because of the show. No, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
No, I'm just saying.
I'll do all that.
That's the stereotype. It's like Irish and drinking and, you know.
That's yeah. You have way more depth than that. That's like you wouldn't even. I've never even heard you complain about Jews and money. You're so beyond that, right? That's nothing. That's trite. It's like
it's an anomaly. No, and that's where the Rothschilds, the money.
Oh God, where's my list? Whoa, my son.
Well, if I'm not wrong or right,
I love. When I watched that video, I liked him. I can
see you liking him.
He was likable.
Oh man,
he was likable, and he was a clever, smart guy. He was a rich guy, but he was smart. And
just to know what that dude's
Julian Rothschild.
That dude's stuck some fingers up some assholes, I'm sure.
Whatever. Julian Rothschild, very, very clever individual, and very English. And you know what? You know what's funny about? You really need to get on board, because what's happening is you're losing your punk rock. You're losing your ghetto punk pass, because you don't know that who you hate is the underdog, and they came up. What do you? Now he's not even listening. Look at him. He took it. Oh,
no,
man.
I'm listening.
Okay, I'll take it. And it really, they are. I mean, dude, even those dudes aren't respected. I mean, this is like an underclass that's like really just on sheer smarts alone they're embattled. I mean, thank you. They're embattled. No, the embattled and so amazing. If you look at
what's trippy is
They are the Jesuits in a bigger society.
Good. If you look at the brains of Jewish people, you will find per capita more brilliance than anybody on the planet.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that's old news.
Yeah.
But nobody seems to care. And then what happens is you take that competence and you reject it.
I can't remember the opposition to that.
There is no opposition.
Yeah,
Give it to me.
I don't know.
Well, if you have a bunch of people, let's call them Eskimos, and Eskimos are brilliant, and we can't. That doesn't work.
But the problem is they're so brilliant that to a fault, in the sense
They
that
fuck everybody over.
Yeah.
I think that's hating.
Why? When
That's hating mentality.
you wanting to trust and build on positive.
Yeah, there's some work that has to be done on the other side for sure. You have to. With power comes responsibility.
And it's like they brought it to a class or to a nationality.
Can you talk into the mic?
Oh,
and
yeah,
stop
yeah,
eating
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit and all that, whatever you're doing in your own world. Make it checks out.
I'm talking to you, Roy.
Go ahead.
Oh no.
Talking about the honoring Jews. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
So they took. So you're complaining about the It's inarguable the level of intellect that has been bestowed upon a particular group of people. Who cares who they are? It doesn't matter who they are. Somebody on the planet's going to be smartest. That doesn't matter.
Right.
There could be somebody smarter than them. It didn't have to be them. Who cares who it is? But thank God. Imagine if you were Hitler and you succeeded and killed every single Jewish person on the planet. Now don't get all starry-eyed. Imagine if you did that. And now imagine the level of intellect you would have erased from our necessity of survival and the things we need to live better and better lives as we progress. You do not want to get rid of smart people. That would be a very, very stupid thing.
Well, not saying that, but
no, that's what you would be doing if you got rid of them.
Well, but at the same time, it'd be saving your own.
That's cutting off your leg in spite of your arm, or cutting off your arm.
No, because the Jews themselves, which they do, the Rothschilds,
they do what?
And so on and so forth.
What they do?
They are the ones that set up the Jews to be killed with Nazi Germany. They're the ones that orchestrated it all to happen. So they're killing their own to succeed.
But whoever's doing it, you should not want it to happen. You shouldn't want whoever the race is. Like Indians are next. Indians, I think, are the next smartest people on the planet per capita. Please don't kill them. If they're smart, don't kill them.
Well, if there is a nefarious motive behind them, but you got to defend yourself.
The Jews aren't nefarious.
They're
not trying to get us. How are they trying to get us?
Jewish business ethics.
Huh? The Jewish ethics?
Jewish business ethics is one of the shortest books ever written.
Yeah, it's called I Win. And that's fine. You know why? Because you know what the
that's
second
bringing it dirty.
You know what the second chapter is?
The
first chapter is I win. Second chapter, I'm smarter. Good. That's what's supposed to happen.
I'd like to know the study, how if it was IQ based or was it common sense based? Or what?
Smarter.
Yeah.
It's not. It's based on Nobel Peace Prizes, and I mean not Nobel Peace Prizes. It's based on scientific accolades, awards. It's based on the large. I mean, there's many ways to look at it, and each one of them, hands down, is typically 25% higher in large numbers. Like, there are so few Jews on the planet, so many smart Jews in comparison to
per capita kind of thing.
Yeah. They are embarrassingly
I'd like to see
obvious
if it is that over the top on all levels.
Oh, dude, it's on.
For some reason, I can't.
That's an easy stat to pull up. You could type in how smart are Jews, and you could get an immediate. How many not Nobel Peace Prizes? How many Nobel laureates are Jewish? You cannot. The more you embed yourself in intellectual conversation, the more you're surrounded by Jewish people. It's impossible to get out of it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And you will quickly see why. And and you know what's funny is that Jewish people are very varied. You don't, when you start to embed yourself in that world and you're surrounded by Jewish people or Jews that are typically non-practicing because they're the least religious people on the planet, and especially when they become intellectual, you get such a variety that you don't even know who's a Jew anymore. They're like regular ass people in so many different ways. It doesn't even matter. And the beauty about science, you know, the best part about science, it erases all borders. It's like early globalization. Science doesn't give a fuck what country you're from, if you're Jewish or black. It does not matter. It does not matter if you're a Mexican, if you're goddamn. You know, one of my favorite scientists is Argentinian. Dude, love him. I don't give a fuck where he's from. Love him, love him, love him. He's the best. You know? So why
do you love him?
Because he has the best definition of consciousness. It's the most unique and slightly plausible definition of consciousness. And it's based on every cell in your body contributing a tiny, tiny bit of consciousness that builds up through your body into your brain because cells are so process oriented. Every cell is the most complex machine in the world. So each cell has like kind of an opinion or kind of a thing. It's doing something and it's saying, I'm dying, I'm alive, I'm hate, I love, I'm happy, I'm sad. It has like basic outputs, right? Of certain degrees, whatever they are. There's so many cells in the matter. And if you accumulate all of these cells in the body, Rodolfo Iñas says that those cells in conglomeration, with every one of them, the trillion upon trillion cells, develop this opinion in your brain about your state of existence. When you say, I'm something, it's because everybody in your body is contributing to this thought. And they're not contributing at the moment. They're always contributing. He has a book called The Eye...
What's his name again?
Rodolfo Iñas. Linas. It's a weird word. Linas. And so Rodolfo says that he's a neuroscientist. He says that if you have every cell in your body contributing an opinion, his book, I the Vortex, is basically an enlarged version of this. Every cell in your body have an opinion. So let me bring you through it. Okay. So there's the thing in the middle of your brain called the thalamus. The thalamus is kind of the what early neuroscience would consider the hub of your brain. It is where things come in and out of the visual cortex. It's like a transfer hub. It's like a train station of sorts. So it kind of got written off as like some kind of basic fucking, throughput channel. But what he, I don't know if he discovered this, but what he discovered was, I don't know if he discovered this, I can't put it on him, but he put together, I just did it, whoa, I read a very good one right there. I went, no, I can't even do it. It only couldn't come out natural.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, no, okay. What he said was that there's two ways of looking at it, bottom up and top down. And top down is when you go top down, you have to start with the thalamus, and this is kind of the hunt for consciousness, because you don't know where to start. Consciousness is
hunt for consciousness.
Yeah, the cunt for conscious.
Yeah,
the cunt for consciousness.
It's hard to say. I like that. Go ahead. The hunt for consciousness.
So when you do that, when you go about your way, in the look-see for why I think who I am, consciousness is the immediate place to start. And so when you look for it, Rodolfo has brought a very thorough picture of a well thought through way of how it might be, because we still don't know. And from the bottom up, you have cellular opinions, basically. Each cell has an opinion to a certain degree and a certain parameter structure, like from 1 to 10, from 1 to 2, from 1 to a million. Every cell, probably not 1 to a million, but every cell is very basic or very complex, but still not so complex where it can be. It's outputting shit. Okay? And bringing in stuff and dying and living. Then all the way to the top, you go to the brain, and now you're talking about, okay, where the fuck is consciousness? And I the Vortex, Rodolfo's book, is a description of the brain's processes. And when he describes the brain's processes, he does so in a manner that gives you a picture of what you often think as a momentary snapshot of how you think, which is, I'm thinking a thought and then I decide. I'm thinking a thought and then I decide. You have these clear moments of execution, and so the brain to us is a jump switch of decisions. But when he explains it out, you have to understand what the thalamus does, and then you have to understand what the general neocortex or the cortex in general, whatever it is, in the front part, because that blends back.
What does the thalamus do?
Thalamus is the center hub. The thalamus is arguably quite possibly more important than the neocortex, because it is where everything gets mixed up. Like the thalamus, like if you see the camera you're looking at right now, your input is 80% see, 15% touch, and motor skills. No smell, just like a 1% smell, because if you smelled something, it'd turn on. And then hearing a lot, so maybe like 70% hearing, 20%. 80% looking, 20% hearing. So these input channels are going into your brain as electrical pulses of sorts. So in your eyes goes these light waves, and the light waves hit the cones, and then the cones transfer it into digital electrical pulses that go into your brain. And same with your ears, and same with your fucking taste buds, and same with your sensors on your skin, and the same with things like that. So, but when they hit your brain, they go directly to the thalamus, pretty much, you know, and they go up into your neocortex, out into your. They can go directly to your auditory system and your visual system, but they're going to go there and be directed back into the thalamus and back into the neocortex, the visual, all of the different sections of your brain. Things are going to get spread around like a motherfucker. It's not so specific the way I'm talking, and I'm not in this world, so I'm just trying to like describe it in the lay version terminology. But I'm trying to be smart, so I'm trying to like use some of the words so I can be a little smart and a little stupid at the same time, because I like hearing myself practice the words that they use, but it's really hard to pay attention because I don't use them every day. So I'm just trying to say thalamus, like I know what I'm talking about, but it's fuck that shit, dude. But I know what they're talking about, dude. I do know, but damn, I barely know. So, but when Rodolfo explains it, he uses and titled his book "I, the Vortex," because what you will not recognize until he points it out is that the flow of your brain and the thoughts that is being inputted into you is a constant vortex. It's never stopping and starting. It's a flow of information. It's a constant state of electrical activity that and the exchange of sodium ions and the opening of channels of synapses and neurons going. Some neurons fire like this. Some neurons fire like this. Some neurons fire like this. That's a neuron like firing on off. And some of them are all. They're very. And so those are firing. The synaptic connections are deciding or not. And this vortex is going on. And so you're to know about that, and then to know that that's happening always, is the reflective qualities of that inward are completely mind-boggling and well, I don't know, it stops right there because it's too hard to comprehend. It's easy to comprehend when he says it. It's not easy to comprehend when I say it. It's not easy to comprehend when he says it, but it definitely is more palatable and more wondrous when he says it. When I say it, it's like a bus. When he says it, it's like a Learjet, you know? When I say it, it's like, but at least I'm saying it like a bus, you know? When he says it, it's like, damn, and you just get, you check into the universe. When I say it, you're just like, okay, that sounds cool. Because when I say it and I hear myself say it, it sounds like, oh man, that sounds so junky. He's rad, dude. You know, and I'm very bummed out because I can, like I told you before, I can only get like a couple videos on him because he speaks Spanish all the time. Bums me out. Makes me want to, oh, you know what I should do? I just translate his shit.
There you go.
So, Rodolfo Iñas, and so he was thinking, consciousness, does it exist in the thalamus? The vortex is too complex and too violent. It's impossible to like really think about the vortex. When all of the thoughts hit the brain, pooh, you aren't gonna get consciousness, dude. And I think that's why he retreated to the cells, because when you look at the cells of the body, you can't honor those in a way that would be from the brain's perspective. So the cells feed the brain with individual thoughts and opinions from each cell, vortex likely. So the brain's going, I hear y'all. I hear you. And here's the opinion I get from you as a collective. That's what Rodolfo says. Here's the collective, like you sitting there right now, you're receiving trillions upon trillions of opinions from every cell. And your brain, what Rodolfo would say, is taking that information and giving you an opinion or an overview of the state of you. You know? And that's consciousness. That's what he would say is consciousness. It's reducible down to the cell. And so look his ass up. There's a very, you know what, there's an interview that there's a dude that reminds me of you, and he reminds me of me because he's very animated and excited. And there's a question dude. There's a guy in there. His name's I forget his name. He's rad. He's a great interviewer. And he's like, "You sure, dude?" And Rodolfo's like very animated. He's like, "Yes, for sure. You crazy?" Oh, he's very. So I honor Rodolfo Linas because it's word of the night. So if you have
swirling vortex,
a swirling vortex, but then you take alcohol and you ingest alcohol. Alcohol. Nicotine, propane, nicotine, alcohol. What are the words?
Nicotine, marijuana, Vicodin. No, that's not it.
Nicotine, marijuana, cocaine, Vicodin, and alcohol.
Nicotine, Valium, Vicodin, marijuana, alcohol, ecstasy, and alcohol. Nicotine, Valium, no, nicotine, Valium. Oh, come on, let's do it. Was it nicotine, Valium, marijuana, ecstasy?
No, Vicodin.
Oh, yeah.
Nicotine, Valium, Vicodin, marijuana, ecstasy, and alcohol. Nicotine, Valium, Vicodin, marijuana, ecstasy, and alcohol. Bang! Cocaine. So, speaking of alcohol, ooh, man, bad news today. Close to home. Alcohol, man. I might drink a little bit, but Jesus fucking Christ, somebody needs to party less.
Alcohol will attack every major organ in your system.
And we're talking about Asians and alcohol.
Oh, yeah?
We have an employee that had an issue.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know somebody parties, right? And you know who are employed. Who is the only other person that's employed here?
Mika?
Well, you, I, and Grace all like to imbibe in whatever the fuck we want at times. And well, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but I used to smoke with her when she first started working here. But and you don't imbibe in alcohol that much, but she does. I would say a little bit more than me sometimes. You know what? I would join her as much as she did, but I have so much to do, I can't do it to the level that she drinks. She has fun, and she's fun when she drinks. Sometimes a little out of control, but that's fun. I like out of control. You know, why would I? Where this show is, about having people with the edge of the world on their shoulders, so we're all a little bit fucked up. Grace, woo, baby, man,
live wire, yeah.
Ooh, no, dead wire.
Dead wire.
Yeah, almost. She was celebrating. I think, I don't know, she left here to after a pretty solid day of work. I was a little bit disappointed. I got to talk to her. She needs to edit more. And she went home and had her first day off and, had her weekend, which is not everybody's weekend, but had her weekend. And she, I don't know who she was partying with, but she was partying. And everybody was drinking. She was drinking. I don't know who was with her, by herself, with other people. I have no idea yet. I just got the information. She gets in her car, bomb-ass BMW. Okay? And hits a bus. And totals her car.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday.
Wow. Is she okay?
She's okay because the jail cell she was in told her she was okay. As they arrested her for a DUI.
Oh, my. Sometimes when it fucking rains, it pours, doesn't it?
Well, it wasn't raining for her. She was going back to a brand new apartment. It was all cleaned up. She's like cool. She was like, she had to clean that day. She's coming back.
Yeah, no, but it's like...
Where is it pouring?
A month and a half ago.
Well, all right. Yeah, okay. Can't talk about that, but yeah. But no, different time. Yeah, okay. And so, DUI, first time in jail. This princess, because her
that
and
sucks,
her Gucci bag and her white dog. I mean, this girl is like, walking around like just funny, but goddamn princess. And to throw her ass into jail or in a cop car into handcuffs and for her to just,
oh my God,
dude, she lit the fuck up. And I told her, I don't know why they just didn't let you out of jail. You would have been so irritating. Because I've seen her like blitzed, and she wasn't blitzed. She was, she was just partying. And but her dumb ass drove.
Yeah.
And but the funny thing is she had a bus. I'm like, damn, dude.
Like a
regular
bus?
No, regular ass school bus, regular ass bus. It's hard to hit a big ass bus.
How'd she hit?
I don't know. And not only, okay, when you hit a bus and you total your car, you hit it hard, the bus. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like, oops, pink. She fucking rammed that bus. So I don't know yet. I don't have the picture painted.
Because sometimes it can be like the structural damage, and it's like it can be just a little dent, but it bent something in the frame.
Yeah, but she's got a Beamer. She's got a nice Beamer.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it could have crumple zones, but she doesn't know it's totaled yet. So she went to jail.
Damn.
Oh my God. And her ass was in this cell, and she said, and it's so fucked up, and the handcuffs are too tight, and I'm telling everybody, excuse me, and they're like not having it. I'm like, dude, jail's not gonna have you saying excuse me. You can't be in a cell going, excuse me, these handcuffs are too tight, excuse me. Where? And she said she didn't eat anything. She was only in there for a day or something, I don't know. And then Mika ran away. Nobody could find her. The dog, her dog.
Oh,
she got a dog. Run away. So eventually they find her. Mom's going, you need to go to rehab. And I'm like going, dude, first off, she's in, she can't go to rehab because you have to want to go to rehab. There's no way in hell anybody can be forced to go to rehab. It's a waste of time. And she doesn't, I'm not going to say she needs rehab. A DUI doesn't constitute rehab. It constitutes an error. Now, there's other things in her life that might constitute rehab. I'm not sure, but a DUI doesn't constitute rehab. It just is a moment in time when you should look at yourself and go, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so that was trippy. So I called her up immediately and said, what the fuck? And so everything's cool. She's good. But yeah.
She's not in jail anymore, is she?
No. And I said, okay, do you want to go to rehab? She said, hell no. I'm like, okay, then don't go to rehab.
Yeah, so get angry.
Well, I mean, okay, if she does it out of obligation, what are you going to get out of it? I mean, you can't go to rehab unless you discover something so amazing that you didn't think about, that you're like, oh shit, I didn't think about that. Now that might be a possibility for some people. Damn, I didn't think about it that way. Okay. But this is not where she lives. She's a smart cookie. She's not going to
have a revelation.
No. She's.
But that's where a positive, supportive reaffirmation to her is what's needed.
Huh?
It's the will to want, like if you envision yourself.
Are you switching?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me make sure.
Actually, I need to do that because I haven't been talking, and I'm talking.
I know, you eating Cheetos. I'm just, go ahead.
No. If she's supported with negativity and just constant berating, there's probably going to be a negative outcome to that her productivity or her existence from that point on.
Well, I don't know what her mom says to her, but it can't be positive if she's doing something that's at least seemingly negative.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know her that well.
Well, that's what I was just saying.
You don't. Yeah, right.
It's teetering crockery. You push it in this direction, it's going to probably go in that direction. It's in a vulnerable state, and so the power of suggestion is very strong.
Yeah, but she's not vulnerable. She's just.
I would say
she's denying something. Maybe that could be vulnerability.
Well,
if a person is,
I think in her day-to-day interactions, she's her. She's very feisty and got an opinion, but that don't mean shit when it comes to the soul. And I know you won't like that.
Yeah, right.
When it comes to your being, your inside, your true.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, the thing that stuck with me is she said she's lonely.
Oh yeah, I heard her say that once.
Well, she said it to her mom, and her mom actually knew it, and that's deep. I mean, that's shit.
Yeah. That's heavy, and that says that goes with that. But she has friends, though. I hear her. She hangs out with people. So
just
I'm
like you said, I think friends. I mean,
yeah,
it's something missing.
Yeah. Well, I hit that bottle. Shit. Well, I think I drink every day.
Because anybody that has a habit, it's usually as lame as you're going to think this is. They something's missing, or they don't feel loved in a certain way. Can't define that, but in some certain way, they just a lack of love, and habits are created. They fill that void with some type of abusive.
Well, hell yeah.
I mean, shit like that's kind of like, duh.
No, I know. Yeah, it's well.
And back to just the half empty or half full. What you gonna do?
That didn't go anywhere with me. You were doing good until now. Now
it's the gray.
Still, whatever.
How are you going to decide?
Well, those are innate traits. So you don't have that. That's not going to.
And this is kind of the talk we've had about suicide. And like I have never really had everybody I think thinks about it or has thought about it.
Bullshit.
I think everybody has.
No way. I've only thought about it once.
Not when I say thought about it, I'm not.
No, thinking about it. That's different. What are you talking about then? You can't
think
say
about
everybody
it.
was thinking about. Everybody's thought about it. That means you think everybody has contemplated it.
No. I didn't say contemplated.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
Think about it. Just think about it. Well, however you think about it. If you're thinking about suicide, you're thinking about it, and you in that position of doing it. No. Not that you're really feeling those emotions and wanting to do that or thinking you might.
Then you would never think about you doing it. You would think about you doing it in an entertaining sense. But if not,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, then you have to preface it with that because you're sounding like you're saying
one person's entertaining, and the other person it's reality.
Yeah, but but the reality is like you have to preface the statement with some people think about if you say everybody thinks about suicide,
or has
you really have to, whatever it is that you're going to say in such a large way, you got to preface it with they think about it in a way of like other people doing it and how gnarly it is and what it would feel like if you did it to yourself. But but you have to say that because you just sounded like you think everybody contemplates it.
It kind of goes without saying.
I don't know. It didn't sound like that to me. That didn't go without saying because I could have extracted. God, he thinks everybody
not suicidal
has thought
thoughts,
at one point in their time about suicide.
Well, in an abstract way, they have.
No, they've thought about it and just observed it and just like wondered about it. But
and when you wonder about it, over there you go. If you have any imagination, you're going to go, what would I do?
What would I do? But that's still just wondering about it. That doesn't mean you've been overtaken by it.
I never said overtaken.
But that's what it sounded like.
No.
Yeah, of course. No. People are going to maybe think that. You have to protect people from thinking that. You have to make sure that's a clarification that if you don't protect, you might tell, some people might go, Thomas said everybody thinks about committing suicide.
No.
Once in their life. But that's an extraction. That's a reduction that sounds logical. I would protect that one. I would want people to know. Now, I don't mean that everybody thinks about committing suicide. I think everybody thinks about what it would be like to commit suicide. That's an important one because I had to clarify it with you. I didn't know what you were thinking. I thought maybe he thinks everybody goes through that once in their life. I don't think they do. Do you think everybody contemplates suicide once?
Everybody is too much of an absolute for me.
Well, okay, 98%.
Jesus Christ didn't contemplate that.
Jesus Christ, you can't contemplate when you know what it does.
Right. I don't like an absolute on that one.
Oh, 97%?
I think a vast majority have. Because life is too... it is good and bad. It is...
I don't think
happiness and sadness. You have both experiences, or you don't know one from the other. You know that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yin and
yang. I don't think it.
Matter, antimatter.
So she's out of jail.
Right on. I want to say something. So
go ahead.
Little
princess. Hey, I'm in jail. What?
I work with 2X phones.
Huh? What? You're gonna hear? I'm gonna hear you.
No.
I were. Will it reveal something that's not advantageous for her?
No, you. I don't think have stated this yet.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that.
What are two common traits that are out of the 3 employees? Find the match.
Two drunks and a stoner? Was that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, what do you say?
Working a chain gang.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their thing. I mean, I like smoking weed. I can't go there, but I like smoking weed.
Do you?
No.
Yeah.
I like smoking weed. I do like it. Listen,
That's funny. I said that about you tonight.
What'd you say? To somebody else?
That you don't like to smoke it, but you do.
If it was there, I'd smoke it.
Yeah, but after the fact, you're like, you don't like that you did it, but then you're
no, I don't. Again. Well,
because you feel like you weren't as productive.
Yeah.
But see, I think that's where you're looking too quick for the immediate. Whereas if you, it's more like a opening the mind for later on. Even.
Shit.
I've seen. It's like when you play guitar. Listen, when you play your guitar,
if you can remember what you opened,
and true, and when you set it down and you don't go to it for a month or 2, and when you pick it back up and you play it, you've progressed without any practice or anything. You know, it's fucking cool,
dude. It's fun. It's fun sometimes. You know, it's a hit. I would say 50% of the stoned I get are fun, and the other 50 are like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, but dude, I'm in a hyper-productive mood, so I'm going to hate it. You know what I mean? If I get a little buzzed, like I have a slight buzz right now. If I get a little buzzed, I can like whistle while I work. You know what I mean? That's alcohol to me. Now, if I get stoned, then I'll be like, whistle while you work. Or if
you get drunk.
Or if I get drunk, I'll be all. It's more accurate still than weed. Now, if you get drunk, here's alcohol.
I wouldn't be. I'd never be like that.
Right, but you're an extremophile on that. Like if I get drunk or heavily buzzed and I try to work, I'll be all. And I'll deviate a little bit, but if I get stoned, I'll be all you know the variations and deviations are
drinking some whiskey and you'll be like whistle while I work.
Yeah. I stay. What I'm trying to say is I'll stay on task more effectively if I have, even if I'm blitzed, kind of. Not blitz, but if I'm pretty buzzed, I'll pretty much stay on task. But if I get stoned, dude, I'm up for grabs, man.
Yeah, I actually said that today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're more up for grabs. I mean, it's like the world's got you, and a flea can drag you over to the other side where you shouldn't be and go, look at this, bitch. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's fun. I mean, yeah. I mean, literally. I mean, if it wasn't, if I didn't have to do the show, I drink maybe once a week, you know. But it's so fun to drink before the show, and it's a lighter upper. So why not?
Right.
You know.
I think what's cool about the herb is, it's actually beneficial to you in the sense it
cures cancer.
It keeps cancer away.
Man.
It does all kinds of good stuff for you.
Not.
Naysayers just don't. Haters. But then alcohol.
Make that clothing.
But then alcohol attacks every major organ in your body.
So what?
It's like.
You ever smoked a cigarette and then smoked a joint and seen how much tar weed delivers?
But that's,
dude, the volume is like 3-to-1. The tar effect in your lungs from weed is so gnarly.
Never heard of any case of a cancer victim from marijuana smoke.
How do you know?
Because I've never heard of it.
How do you know? You sure you know that? Neither have I.
Because the TV said so.
Neither have I, really. I was like, oh, sure, he's right. It's fucked up.
Actually, because it creates cannabinoids that protect and coat your lungs.
How does tar affect? You know, when you reduce the amount of oxygen,
it breaks it down. Maybe I'm not sure.
But tar is like, I don't know.
And see, that's with the carcinogen
carcinogenic qualities,
right,
of the weed.
No.
Of the
cigarette, yeah, because the tobacco industry puts chemicals in there that's fucking you up.
Yeah, but the main thing that's fucking
the cancer-causing agents, whereas the natural herb.
I don't think they're cancer. I don't think those. I think the cancer-causing aspect of alcohol. I mean, is from smoking cigarettes is from the
damn shit they put in it. I can't.
No, I don't think so. I think it's from. Well, you know what? It's like you either get it or you don't. My grandma smoked until she was dead.
Yeah, no, it's your genes as well, but
I mean, it's a big thing. It's not as well, but
no,
it's
right.
it's like you either will get it or not, and so you're accelerating this process that's already going to happen in you.
The ones
that's one thing.
The ones that can survive that. That sounds like a buzz on my. They're the few. The few in between. They're the exceptions to the rule.
I don't know about that. I don't know if they're an exception. I think there might be like a very 50-50 rate.
Prove it, I bet.
I don't, you know what? How many people smoke cigarettes? I did this. When I was smoking, I was trying to justify it. When I was justifying it, I looked up numbers. And I saw, wow, 25% of the U.S. smokes. Wow. Maybe 20. Maybe 15. When you look up deaths by cancer of lung disease, very low in comparison. It's so low that it's like it'll make you wanna smoke. It'll give you confidence in smoking.
So then the anti-smoking campaign and causing cancer is just
well, it's needed.
Over-exaggerated.
It never delivers. Here's how many people smoke. Here's how many people that die of smoking every year. The numbers are confident. If I were to show you those numbers would make you worry less about smoking. It's kind of weird.
I've never smoked. Well, I smoked one cigarette in my whole life.
Yeah, you have to really practice it to get into it.
Ugh, nasty.
It was fun.
That sounds so lame.
It was very fun. I was upset about quitting, and I quit primarily for the show and for chicks. Those are the two main things. My parents had no effect. My health had no effect. But I knew that I would be sitting here for 2 hours, and I'd be there might be times of jitteriness and upsettedness because of not be able to smoke, and I didn't want to, because I contemplated smoking in the show, because
dude,
I was gonna have an ashtray up in here.
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna be up in this bitch smoking, and dude, with all this foam and absorbent qualities of this studio, would have been a very bad situation, and so,
like a bar.
Yeah. And so I in my dome of domes, I thought, it would be very it would be almost to the level of selfishness to just pollute this room and then invite people that don't smoke to be in here.
Oh, it'd be offensive.
Yeah, it would be like it would be fine for me, but it would be so that was a no-brainer. That was like, dude, you can't just ruin the studio for everybody.
Might as well just come in here and take a shit every night, man.
But I was like, in the beginning, I was like, fuck everybody. Fuck them. But after a while, I was like, you know what? That's not going to work.
You would want to smoke like those Virginia Slims.
I have smoked those before. I don't mind those. Those are fine, too. I've smoking. I used to smoke like Benson and Hedges 120s. Like I did all the woman cigarettes for a long time. Oh, I'd rock that shit out there all long. And
that's just wrong.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? And then I lost a couple chicks because of smoking.
Did you smoke cloves?
No, I hate cloves. Cloves suck. God,
so
they make you puke, dude. Cloves are gross.
Patchouli?
I smoked tea.
What?
I smoked tea. I used to smoke tea. It was kind of fun. Yeah, we were so broke.
That's fun.
We were rolling when we'd have a party at my loft.
Mayonnaise sandwich and smoking tea.
We were no sugar cookies, but without the cookie.
Oh, I hate mayonnaise.
Sugar cookie without the cookie? You ever cook sugar?
Can I get some sugar with that sugar?
You ever had sugar? Yeah, we were so broke. We had sugar, and we cooked sugar, and when we pulled it out of the oven, it was like the shape of round, like piles of sugar that would melt and then turn into a disc of sugar, and we'd eat them as if they were food, and we call it sugar cookie, but it was just sugar, and it was kind of yummy because it's just sugar, and you just cook it perfectly. You ever shop at Chevron for all your food? Because that's the only credit card that works.
You got to drive around town wild to find the one that has the food mart inside.
With paper towels, because you need those too. You need that deep Chevron, that mile wide one. Yeah, we smoked tea. It got so bad, I said, you know what? I got a ton of black tea in here, and it's a leaf. Let's smoke it. And I smoked it, and it tastes good. It's not bad. It wasn't bad.
Did you feel more American?
No. It was cool. And then I smoked a joint, and I compared a joint to a cigarette without the filter, of course. Cigarette to joint, straight. And I rolled them and I made them the same, as similar as possible. And what I did was I took a paper towel, wrapped it around the end of the cigarette, wrapped it around the joint, and I smoked both halfway. And I made them very scientific, very same thickness, same packed felledness, same drag. And when I hit those, dude, there was 3 times as much tar on the joint. And I know you're going to cannibaloid the fuck out of it, so I know it doesn't count for you. But the gunk at the end of the takeaway of the paper towel was 3 times as bad as the cigarette. And I was surprised. I thought the cigarette was going to be worse. But J's have goddamn a lot of shit going on when you suck it in. A lot of way more shit.
It's that THC, man.
But you know what? That's fine, whatever it is.
I don't know.
And it might be insignificant. It might be the THC in the product coming out, and it looks browny and tarry, but in reality, some of that's soluble by water. Mm-hmm. So there's an unknown there. I just looked at it and said, yucky. But also, more so, unless you're just the consummate swag minute by minute smoker, almost to the cigarette level, you're smoking way less than you are in cigarettes. Way less. Cigarette smokers are like, every half hour I get a smoke. I mean, we're smoking like, train wrecks.
Yeah.
So it's incomparable in many ways. But vice. Then Grace goes to jail. Hell no. Man, that must have been the most irritating jail cell in the world. She is loud when she is fucked up. So good luck, Grace. We hope you are able to come back to work with a good story.
Man.
Yeah. It's going to cost some money.
Yeah. Heavy.
Unfortunately, we don't pay here, so good luck. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm. I'll be doing live.
Man, you just mowing down food.
And
you eat so much, dude.
They're like finger food. You just can't stop eating them.
They are yummy. They're healthy, though.
Mm-hmm. I compared them to the Bugles, man. They blow them away.
Oh, my God. They're all baked. You think that those are baked differently than the other Cheetos? They're all baked.
You read the package.
What do you think? I got tricked by a bag.
What, you think they lie?
No, they don't lie. Oh, man.
You must have had a funky position earlier.
Oh, really? Now I'm way out of whack.
It was the cowboy hat, I guess.
Oh, I got much mad headroom now?
Actually, because, it would pretty much just come out for the rest of the room. Maybe it's your posture. Cockney. Where's, what's her name? When you have that friend of yours that has she has the most beautiful lips I've ever seen.
I don't know. Who is that?
Where'd she go?
The lips?
Mm-hmm.
Or my friend?
Oh, wait. I think that's your, twin sister?
Oh. No, we have to reserve it. I can't just bust that out like that. Cock.
What's her
Sucker.
name? Brenda June?
Oh, man.
That's fun. That's natural.
Man.
B and B.
Every time I date somebody, I always add June to see if it's going to be cool.
Do you think, other foreign people do that? I'm not going to be able to pull this one off, but think of some Indian name or something. Like, did they like picture their
Singal?
Name? Yeah. Is that gonna look cool? Singal?
Yeah, of course. Everybody thinks that.
Everybody?
Does
everybody think about suicide?
No, only 1%. Nobody thinks about suicide. Everybody thinks about suicide. Yes, of course. You know one thing? Dude, did I say this before? When I went to fucking Germany, I think we talked about this before. I realized everybody's the same. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's the same, dude. Please. Ain't nothing different. We're all the same, dude. We're all the same. Get over it.
Different coats they're wearing, but same.
Dude, very, very shell-like.
But
dude,
all the accessories. Everybody has different accessories.
Yeah, but dude, everybody's jealous. Everybody's stupid. Everybody's shitty. Everybody's smart. Everybody's doing dumb shit. Everybody's doing everybody's brilliant. Everybody's succeeding. Dude, everybody's the goddamn same. I don't care how black you are or how clear you are. I don't care about your nose and your fucking. I don't give a fuck. Everybody's the same.
Clip.
Everybody's the same, dude. There's no differentiation between humans, man. It is one big pile of people, dude. And globalism fucking worked, okay? I tricked you.
Trickery.
I tricked you. I remember I was saying, I wish globalization worked. Why were you right? But it worked, and it's working.
That's right.
I'm so happy. It's working. It doesn't matter what you think.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't care about you.
It's slowly diluting.
Yeah, but that's one thing I agree with you on. Okay, I don't like the dilution. My foot has not left the fire of the damage it's doing. So I agree with you on that. You've shown me the light on that.
And actually,
my dad even showed me the light on that.
To make that more powerful, fast forward all this happening to where you're going to be living in it. We're not going to be alive when it all really happens.
That's fine. Whatever with that. But
almost like exaggeratedly, all your friends, like half of you are going to be on one side, and the other half are going to be.
No, I don't agree with that.
How can it?
That's just because it is part of the process of the world, but I don't think that. I think that if you globalize, okay, I think the step you're jumping from or jumping to is still an interim state. And you're doing a linear step. That linear step means that when you go, what would you say? That's 50 years out, 100 years out. How long? Give me a time frame.
Things have sped up so much now.
I know, but give me a time frame. Just try to take a general guess. You could be very minimal. You can be very extended. You can do whatever you want.
50 years.
Okay, 50 years. In 50 years, if you don't add exponential growth and complexity and an unknown to that, you can't even, if you put your mentality in that world.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, no.
So it's like you can't even, like...
7-Eleven?
Yeah,
what are you talking
please.
about?
Nobody shops.
Yeah.
Nobody has money. What are you, crazy? Money?
Yep.
In my world, it'd be like, nobody's human. What are you, crazy? Human? You know what I mean? So everybody, so you have these, variables that are unknown, especially now with what you said. Everything's moving quickly. So, you can't say that, God damn, it's going to be, man, the fucking, dude, you think you're scared about the 1% now. It's going to be billionth of a percent. There's going to be one person owning everything. And there won't even be everything anymore. So it doesn't, okay, but that's a little bit of a reach. Okay, I'm going far with that. Okay?
But even so, it's like books of the past predict our future, or do they write our future,
They don't matter. Who cares about books in the past?
Yeah, but there's things that are written and those things come true. So is it the egg creating the chicken or the chicken creating the egg?
Dude, everything is luck. If any of those books predict anything, they're basing it on luck, and you're basing it on interpretation that you could extract anything from anything at that point. If you say fangs are for real, I'm jealous. It's not. That doesn't count for me. It doesn't. You know what? And honestly, thank you. You know what I did right there with that extended want? Did you see that? That I'm holding the paper still and you have to leave. I've had friends of mine do that. The greediest fucks in the world. The hands are still out. I have to pull away. You're supposed to pull. I did that on purpose. You're supposed to pull away and grant the person
right and
thank you.
Yeah.
Right, but I pushed myself and was a dick.
I was pouring more thinking you were going to say no.
No, I still was.
At a point, I had to make that decision.
Did you?
Fuck him.
So, like, if what was that?
Inevitably.
Oh, so.
Society will.
We gotta be accurate.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You suck.
What
was I saying?
That we can't even guess
predict
what's going to happen.
Yeah, thank you. Because, here's what I was about to say. My point is I don't give a fuck what predicted it. It's almost, it doesn't even, first off, if you look to the past, at any point now, if anything was right, it does nothing for me to know if the Bible was right, if Nostradamus was right, whatever it was. First off, good luck in any kind of regularity, or you have to really hunt and peck for those accuracies of prediction. So, fuck, who cares?
It's a tough one anyways because it's open to interpretation.
And then you add that. So, it takes it and it throws it in the trash can. And
it's cool.
This became so interesting. I don't even care about the future.
Yeah, it's cool to actually know what fucking Pinocchio and all that shit actually means now.
Well,
it's amazing when you can dissect movies. I mean, when you can go through Hollywood and look at movies.
I knew you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like you name it, like Wizard of Oz. That's a great classic in the symbology of the what he was actually writing about.
Jiminy Cricket.
Yep, that's your conscience.
That's Jesus Christ.
Yep,
that's what he said.
That's what he said.
I don't buy it.
Well, it's the conscience. It's your
your
conscience wanting you to feel guilty if you're doing something probably wrong, or
yeah, but Jiminy Cricket stands for Jesus Christ.
Oh, the JC.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not buying it. That's a reach.
Could be.
Me.
That's where you do have exploitives that come after the fact of the original material.
I think that, I want...
Like The Shining. The Shining's about the fake moon landing. Ooh. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's cool as shit. It's like such an applaud to the creativity.
You and Jordan go sleep together. All right?
We already did.
You go sleep together. That's why you own him and I got my people. All right?
I always got this gang crap.
I know. I love it. It's fun, dude. How are we going to create drama without you and me against you and me? I mean, come on. Whatever. Who cares?
It's supposed to be.
I love Jordan.
Us against the world. Come on.
It is us against the world, but one thing about here's something about tribalism, which is based on honor and other things. First, it's
tribalism. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I agree totally. First, it's brother against brother. Then it's family against family, and then it's tribe against tribe, and the drama of no matter how reduced humanity becomes, it will find the opposition in even in minutia, and I think it's based on
my who?
Your Usha. I think it's based on a very good thing. If we don't challenge each other's thoughts, here's a beautiful fact of Judaism. one of the that Jews love to argue, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Yeah.
Do you?
Sure.
That's because they're looking for the truth.
Yeah.
And that seeking
sounds like one of those little lines I would read from the book and stuff.
like a cracker or something like no, it's true.
They really like to do this because of that.
It's true because there's an appreciation for putting something to task and understanding its
enslavement.
Who's right and wrong about a subject, and then to bring that into your lexicon,
Tyranny. Go ahead.
Well, once you know what's right, then you could tyrannate on everybody. If
that's hate speech, man.
If you've done nothing but investigate the world,
if you say if again,
if you investigate the world as a Jew, and all of your Jewish friends and family are investigating the world and working hard to do that hard work, that goddamn laborious fucking due diligence that you should, and then you come across a bunch of people in Mississippi not doing shit, and you did your hard work and they ain't doing it, and then somebody says, who's going to own the Walmart? And the Jews been doing all the hard work and Mississippi ain't doing shit, and the Jews go, I'll own it. I know how. Please give it to the Jews.
Yeah.
Iranians too. You take the Jew to Iranian or Iran, and if Iranians are sitting around picking their noses and trying to take hostages and doing nuclear deals and stupid shit, and the Jews are like, let me write down that equation. Let me make sure it's fucking right. Dude, give it to the Jews. Please. Who's doing the work? The Iranians aren't. There's nothing coming out of Iran. Nothing. All we export is fear. And a little bit of God. Oh, please. Please. Give me a break, dude. Nobody. You want stupid people running the world? You want Iran running the world? No, thank you. No, thank you. I'd rather Jews run the world in a second. Iranians running the world. Dude, think about that. Dude. Really? You want them running the world?
No. I don't know who I want to run the world. I don't know.
Well, we run the world, okay? Just get used to it.
I want Donald Trump.
He does run the world.
I want Cayenne West.
Cayenne West. I love Cayenne. Did you find him?
I talked to him. No.
Good. You didn't find him?
I haven't been online at all.
You haven't been online. What do you got in front of you? I'm online right now.
I'm at work right now.
I'll do it right now, though. I've been doing it, though. Okay, find Kanye. Find Cayenne West. That was funny.
Kanye.
Not now.
Cayenne.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'll send him the video. I will.
I know. You will.
I've been sending him the video, though. All right, good night.